Well, I know, Richard, I know that there's a big benefit coming up, but I want to talk to people. I'd love to get your side of like what happened. What's your side of the story on what happened to you when it came to? So tell me what happened when you had these heart issues and how you're doing now, and then we'll talk about the benefits.
So about a year ago, I was having some shortness of breath, and I went to my doc, and I'm like, "Hey, can't breathe." We had been performing more than the band normally does. I think we had 3 shows in a month, which, as Brooke knows, that's a lot for the Jan Brady's. And I'm also working with this other new project. We might talk about it later, but I thought maybe I was just overdoing it vocally and challenging myself. Well, they sent me to the Heart Institute, full workup. I mean, the full workup. No issues. Go on your way, young man. Well, I still kind of struggled to breathe, and about 5 weeks ago now, to the day, um, I was down fishing in Missouri at 11 o'clock at night on a full moon night, beautiful night. I just dropped dead in the boat of a heart attack, massive widowmaker. My buddy in the boat, Ken, I've been fishing with Ken for 30 years now, on and off. He worked at Mercy Hospital for 20 years. He had the peace of mind, the presence to call my wife, who was an RN, and my wife talked him through, what to do for me. Ken had called 911. By the time we got to the boat dock, there was an ambulance there, and we're 2 hours from any hospital, right? The guy in the ambulance, they actually had the technology, which is kind of rare, to kind of get me going. They could tell it was a STEMI, is what they call it, which is a massive heart attack, rather than just your garden variety, right? Baker's dozen, Bob. And they already had a helicopter on the way, and the ambulance took me up the hill to the VFW. I was from dropping dead in the boat to surgery within 40 minutes, and I'm here to talk about it, guys. It's been really stressful and taxing on my already fragile brain, and I'm just getting through it, I want to get back on that stage, and I have 3 beautiful kids and my wife and my beautiful friends, all of you guys, that I couldn't be more grateful, and Kane knows this. So having gone through this, it's been just a strange turn of events. I am healthy. I appear healthy. Everything showed healthy, and I had 0 warning. Not 1 ounce of warning. So we kind of want to raise some awareness, and that's part of this benefit. And I'm just here to talk about it. So
Wow, man, that's an amazing story, and a big shout out to all the people in the medical community, and the EMTs, and the people that go out and save lives. Man, so happy to have you still around, my friend.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're very, very lucky, and it really makes you appreciate life. I mean, that's what I found is I wasn't appreciating life when things happened to me. I had a different situation. I had, horrible heart arrhythmia that they couldn't control. I now have a pacemaker. I had heart failure. I had near life-threatening heart failure at one time, but medication has made it better and everything. And the thing that I found is, one, yeah, I start to look at life differently, right? I look at the trees shimmying and shaking, and I really appreciate what I'm seeing. I appreciate those moments with my family. But the thing that I found the most as a music fan and as a musician is I started to really appreciate music and what it does for me to get my mind off of, you and I were talking before the show, and we talked about the anxiety and, how do you get rid of the anxiety and all that? And I can tell you with wholeheartedly, I do it with music. I do it with creativity, and just keep creating, keep listening to music, and there is something about those vibrations that just soothes your soul, and it makes you feel like everything's going to be all right. But man, we're so glad that you're still here.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm with you 100%. I've listened to you guys, your podcast since day one, especially with Brooke and Randy being my old friends, and Kane and I are getting to know each other. And you always hit on that, music for the soul. And Brooke, you and I, this is why we resonate and connect, and we're such good friends, is we feel things a lot different than most people, especially being musicians. And, this has enhanced that for sure, but I'm telling you, I've had that awareness with music for 55 years now, and it's just we think a little different, all of us weird music guys.
Well, it does show when you do play, you put your heart and soul into it. And I love watching you perform and knowing who you are, even and seeing you perform. It even amplifies the coolness of you. Like everybody, I mean, I swear to God, I think everybody in Lincoln knows you because you were like, hey, what do you need? I need, you're always there to help people. Not gonna lie, have looked at Richard and I'd bat my eyes and I'd say, there's a fundraiser. Could you maybe want to perform at it? And he'd go, yes, Brooke. And he would just do it for me and for the cause, because you are a kind person. And anybody that knows you, they will agree with me 100%. And I know that you are having having a fundraiser for different things that had happened. I mean, you had to have a helicopter, correct? That had to come in and get you, and insurance
Correct.
doesn't really pay for that. And so tell us about this fundraiser, because I know there's probably so many people a part of this, because we are so grateful you are here on this planet still.
You're gonna choke me up now. Stop that. I, I I have been very reluctant to let this happen because of stupid pride, but then I look back and, you know, the things I have done for everybody else, and everybody else that I've done things for are coming to me. It's like let this happen. And, I'm self-employed. I'm not a rich guy, but I'm wealthy with the people that I know and my circles. And I'm going to let it happen. And it took me the whole 5 weeks to really embrace this, but people can come even if they're not donating to my cause. Just the awareness and being there is going to feed my soul, right? And we all need each other, especially now. The world's really divided for whatever reason, especially lately. The pulse of America right now is so weird, and I think we all need each other more than ever, whatever you believe. And you know uh, whatever happens that night financially, so what? I need everybody.
Yeah.
And Kane and I talked about this anxiety, and I don't sleep at night now because I'm not sure if I'm going to wake up. It's hard to explain that if you haven't gone through it. But I lay down and I'm like, was that the last time I kissed my little 4-year-old goodnight? So it's been tough, and I'm leaning on guys like Kane and you guys, of course, and I'm going to let this happen because I just think we need a big old fantastic party. So, and
Where are you having it at? Where's it all? Where's this gonna go down? We want to go so bad. Like, I want to invite the entire state of Nebraska.
he's due. It's December the 12th at Tanks South. Todd has opened his facilities, and I'm really praying that we get Matt Leonard on sound for us. And plus, he's just a sweet guy. He's been on your program, and I connected with him when we played out there, and they were so good to us. And they're opening their facility for us to do this. And it's December the 12th, I think around 7 p.m. And the guys from Hell to Pay, which is my My favorite local band. If you've never seen them, get out. And they're the sweetest guys in rock and roll. I can attest to that behind the scenes. They're going to provide entertainment. Dr. Rob Rhodes, who opened the Clinic with a Heart here in Lincoln, kind of fitting. He's kind of the spearhead of this all. He's a good friend of mine. He's in charge. So if you want to help with this at all, reach out to Dr. Rob Rhodes. I can put anybody in touch with that guy. And I just think it's going to be a blast, and it's going to be what my soul needs. And, we'll rock it.
Yeah, you listeners out there, you have to get onto this benefit. You guys have to go. You guys really do need to, when I was having my issues, I can tell you that I didn't want anyone to do a GoFundMe or anything like. I've never been the type that wanted any of that.
Right.
But family members did it for me, and it floated us for months when I had no income. I mean, I went from being a career electrician to the breadwinner of the family to having nothing, to taking care. I mean, I've a 5-person family, 2 dogs, a bunch of critters. They're all depending on me, and my funds stopped. And I was a 3-job guy. I was always moving from job to job. And if it wasn't for the kindness of people, strangers, and family, I would have never made it. So, Richard's not here begging for coin. Richard just wants you to come and enjoy yourself.
Have a good time.
Have a good night. Enjoy music and just revel in life and how beautiful it is.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the music. But by God, guys, come out, come to the benefit, come hang out and donate money if you can. If you can't, then just come give him a pat on the back and tell him it's going to be okay.
It would be amazing.
Well, why don't we have our listeners, if they'd like more information or would like to donate or have a way of getting involved, have them reach out to our email address here at Scratch the Vinyl and, be a part of this if you can.
And that email is scratchthevинylpodcast@gmail.com. So get a hold of us, get a hold of the person that Richard has mentioned, and let's make it a great event, everybody.
Well, I do want to since we're on this subject, I do want to give a shout out. I also got a call late last night from one of my aunts, very close family, to let me know that she's going in for heart surgery here in a couple weeks as well. And it just seems kind of timely to kind of be touching on this subject, but I know she listens to the program, so I want to give her a shout out that we're all going to be praying for her. And again, I can't say enough about the medical community and what they're able to do now. When it comes to the heart. And man, you two are like your 2 stories are like the perfect example of the amazing things that they can do now. And Richard, seriously, my friend, let this happen. I've been around this community of people for, over 30 years in business. And I also can't say enough for all the people that usually come out and just to volunteer, to donate, to just the entertainment, to kind of raise spirits. Lincoln, I think that's probably one of the reasons we do this podcast is because there's so many good people here in Lincoln. And it doesn't matter what tragedy, they just seem to come and rally around our community. And I can't say enough for what they've done over the years. And this is a great opportunity for them to come out and help you in this cause.
I agree, Randy.
And Richard, you have helped so many people. I needed to get this very clear. You have helped a ton of people, and you deserve this. You deserve it. And I know that these people all around you love you so much. I mean, their hearts literally are full of love for you. And we appreciate everything you've done for us as well in the community. You are one of those rock stars, for real.
I am grateful for those words, guys. And Brooke's been trying to get me on this show since episode 1. And it sucks that we're talking about this, but we are talking about this. And I'm gonna let it happen, guys. It's just my soul needs it more than anything, you know. I am the only one that works in my house, and we have a 4-year-old, and I'm I am laid up till at least January with this cardiac rehab, and you know, I, I'm gonna let it happen. So let's do it.